The counting is over, the trends have settled into numbers, and the numbers have now settled into history. Well, actor turned politician Vijay, in his first electoral contest, has led the Tamil Nadu Kadagam to 108 seats, emerging as the single largest force in the assembly. In fact, for the first time in decades, neither of the two Dravidian pillars sits at the center of the power structure. The final tally really tells the story. Let's show you on the big screen what really is going to be the math after the big election results came out yesterday. Yes, it was a wave, but then the wave was not a single win for TVK, considering Vijay falls short of a majority. So let's pull out the numbers on the big screen, and we are going to explain to you exactly where TVK is leading and you have the rivals who are trailing. But meanwhile, you have latest visuals which are also coming in. You can see on your screens. He's, of course, right now, Vijay, even as we speak, he is taking the blessings of all the icons on your screens. He has been holding several meetings. Remember, in the past as well, he has had several meetings regarding what should be the next coalition formula to set up his government. Of course, he has already staked claim. He's requested the governor to invite him so that he can go and stake claim to the government. In fact, these are the latest visuals which are coming in. Vijay in poll mode, but now it is going to be the post-poll arithmetics that we are going to be looking at. Let's tell you about how it stands as of today. Well, there you have it on your screens. The total number of seats in the Tamil Nadu Assembly is 234. The halfway mark, or the majority mark, the magic number that Vijay needs to hit, is 118. What does Vijay have? Vijay has 108 right now. We've marked it out in pink for you. Now remember, this includes the 2 seats that Vijay has managed to win. Later on, there is going to be a by-poll. He'll be giving up one of his seats, and there will be by-polls which will be held. But that, of course, is going to happen at a later stage. But let's tell you what the Makkal mandate has been. You have Vijay sitting pretty at 108. AIADMK comes in here with 53 seats. Then you have AIADMK plus, rather, is the 53 seats. You have the breakup given for you. You have AIADMK by itself at 47. You have the BJP, which is just 1, PMK with 4, and MMK with only 1. So there you have it. It is AIADMK which has the lion's share of the entire NDA alliance, and as you can see, there you have it. And then on the other hand, you have the DMK plus. Now, whom does this include? The DMK plus, which amounts to 73 in all, includes 59 of the DMK. Remember, this time around, Vijay has renegated DMK to the second spot with 59 MLAs. You'll have the Congress with 5, you have the DMDK with 1, the VCK with 2, CPI with 2, the same with the CPIM, the other left party, and so is it with IUML. So 2 each. So what Vijay needs to do is, since he is running short of 10, for the halfway mark is 118, Vijay is with 108. What does he really need to do is cobble up about 10 MLA's support. Now, what is going to be that support? And that is exactly what we are going to be breaking up for you. This is how it stands as of today. After the results came in, the total number of seats is 234. This is the magic mark for TVK for Vijay, which is 108. So how is the shortfall of 10 going to be coming in, and from where? That's the big question that we are going to be answering on this show. But before we do the math for you, let's get you some breaking which is coming in. The CPIM, the CPI, the VCK, the High Command, all of them are telling Times Now that they have not gotten a call from TVK, from Vijay's party so far. So if TVK reaches out, they say we are willing to discuss and decide. VCK chief, in fact, this morning has put out a statement as well, saying that the people of Tamil Nadu desire a coalition government in the state, which is why they gave this kind of a mandate. That it is important to note that Vijay had earlier also announced that he is willing to share power with his alliance partner. So let me go across to Dharani, who's joining us with all the details on this. Dharani, we are going to be explaining to our viewers the math behind this coalition, the scenarios which are there. But it's interesting that so far, at least, the left parties, VCK, are all saying that they have not gotten a call from Vijay. What's happening behind the doors?
Well, we tried getting in touch with the high commands of CPI, CPIM and also the VCK, and all of them tell that they have not received any call from Vijay Kalagam. And if they receive a call, if TVK approaches them, then they will hold internal discussions and they will make a decision, is what all these three parties are telling. Now, remember, these three parties are currently in alliance with the Dravida Munnetra Kalagam, and all of them have won 2 seats each in the assembly elections in Tamil Nadu. So altogether, these three parties account for almost 6 seats. And Vijay's party TVK is right now in need of 11 seats to prove its strength in the in the elections, to prove its strength in the floor of the house in case of Vijay is swearing in as the chief minister. So 6 seats out of the total 11 needed can come from BCK, CPI and CPIM, and for that these parties have to decide to ally with TVK. But so far they say that they have not received any calls from TVK, and in case if they are being approached, then they will hold internal discussions, discuss the pros and cons and take a final call, is what they are telling. And of course, as you rightly said, remember 2 years back when Vijay launched his political party TVK, he openly announced that he is ready for a coalition government. So for almost 6 decades now, Tamil Nadu has not seen a coalition government. Either the DMK or the ADMK, they've had the government to themselves. So for almost 6 decades now, Tamil Nadu has not witnessed a coalition government at all. But this time Vijay is telling he's open to the idea of a coalition government. So this might, this might in fact trigger the interests of VCK, CPI and CPIM, because for many years now they've not enjoyed any power. They were in alliance with the DMK and the ADMK alternatively on many occasions, but they were never in power. So this time there is an opportunity for them to be part of the government if they ally with TVK. So there is a high likelihood of them considering this option.
Well, what are the options? Let's tell our viewers that. Thank you so much, Dharini, for joining us. Let's go across to the big screen and tell you about the likely scenarios that Vijay and his team must be looking at right now. Well, this is what it is right now. TVK, as we are telling you, has 108. It needs 10 more for the halfway mark. The magic figure here is 118. The total number of seats, of course, in the assembly is 234. We, of course, are going to discount the 1 seat that Vijay is likely to give up later on, because he contested from 2 seats, which will also bring down the magic number. Meanwhile, let's go with the 108 figure. So let's tell you where these 8 MLAs are expected to be brought in by Vijay's TVK. The scenario number 1 is to bring in the opposition cavalry here. You have Congress, which has 5. You have the 2 left parties with 2 each. You have the VCK with 2, and you have the IUML with 2 as well. Now remember, Vijay has always said that his is going to be a push for inclusivity, which is why members and parties such as the IUML will also be acceptable to him. You've seen him going to mandir, masjids, dargahs as well as churches. If he wants an inclusive one, then it is possible that he's looking at IUML. However, remember, these are also alliance partners of the DMK. So we are going to go back to the first plate. We'll tell you why that is a bit of a problem, because at the end of it, ideologically, you'll have to cut out the DMK from the entire arithmetics to have that kind of the first scenario. Now we've moved on to the second scenario. The second scenario is a AIA-DMK coalition. However, remember, Vijay has always said that he is an ideological rival to the BJP. It's unlikely that Vijay would want to ally with the BJP, so he'll have to cut out from the AIA-DMK plus, which is the NDA alliance, and go only with the AIA-DMK. With Edapadi Palanisamy, then this means there's going to be a power sharing, and hence compromises will be there, but at least it is going to be a stable government, because 108 and you get the 47 of the AIA-DMK, it's way past the 118 magic figure to 155. So this is going to be a stable government, but Vijay will have to share his power with Edapadi Palanisamy. The third scenario is without Congress, and he stitches together all the smaller regional alliance partners. Here you have the PMK, you have the CPIM, you have the CPI, you have the VCK, the IUML. With 2, 2, 2, 2 and a 4 here, he actually cobbles up a total number of seats of 120, merely 2 additional MLAs than what is required. This, of course, would mean that again and again, he may just need outside support of someone else, and he is going to be at the mercy of his coalition partner. So let me go across to Kritika. Kritika, which of these scenarios most likely right now as things stand?
Well, Meghna, all of these scenarios, of course, come with their own challenges, as you were rightly pointing out. You know, arithmetically, it makes most sense for the TVK to align with the AIADMK. They have a larger share of numbers. So, in fact, the stability of government, because remember, it is not just about forming the government and swearing in as Chief Minister for Vijay. This is also a floor plan for about 5 years now. And, of course, there have been instances wherein there will be defections. Even if, as of now, the flock can be kept together, there needs to be a surety that the government can deliver as a stable government for the next 5 years as well. So, of course, arithmetically partnering up with AIADMK is the advantage, but AIADMK, specifically as far as DMK is concerned, as DMK partners are concerned, has been criticized a lot for siding with the BJP as well. In fact, TVK chief has called it, in fact, a casteist alliance headed by EPS. So, of course, there is the issue of partnering up with AIADMK when it comes to ideological lines too. Remember, TVK earlier also had always, in fact, branded itself as an alternative party to Dravidian politics too. So there is that angle as well. As far as the smaller parties are concerned, of course, whereas one of the ideologies of TVK is also to form, in fact, a secular front, taking the help or taking into governance IU, IML, and in fact Congress parties and the other DMK partners as well, does make sense. But will that, in fact, grant any stability to the TVK government in the 5 years that they're looking at? Is a very crucial decision that the senior leadership, all MLAs, will have to today take. Of course, we've reported on resort politics as well. Pre-alliance, is that something that after the government falls, is this insecurity something that TVK, that Vijay will also want to carry on? Because remember, as we've been regularly pointing out, this is not an age-old ideological party or an age-old party as well. It's only been 2 years since TVK has been formed, and a large part of the mandate is currently also being credited, yes, to in fact, fascination with people for a non-Dravidian front, but also the fan base that Vijay individually also commands. Now, to translate that into efficient governance will require, in fact, some sort of guidance as well as experience as well. Looking at these factors, an unstable government should not ideally be the choice that TVK would be going for. But as of now, our sources do indicate that conversations are on with, in fact, all major political parties, considering that the majority mark has not been met by TVK so far. This is also, again, reiterating, looking at a pathway for the party as far as the next 5 years are also concerned. And considering this, it will be very interesting, in fact, to see whether or not a concrete decision can be reached out at the TVK headquarters in Paniyur by the end of this day as well. High-stake meetings is, of course, in place. All candidates, winning candidates of the TVK have been asked to come together. There is, in fact, expression of interest that has been floating around since polling ceased by multiple DMK partners. We've been hearing from them as well on as far as the Vijay wave is concerned. So it is interesting. It is going to be interesting to see what scenario Vijay finally picks up for the next 5 years. Over to you.
Stay on with us, Kritika. These are the latest visuals which are coming in. This is at the TVK headquarters where Vijay is there. He's been holding several meetings. He's gone into a huddle with his top generals because they need to crack the winning formula. What is it going to be? Smaller parties all stitched together? Will it be stability in future, or will he go with one big party? For example, the only option that he has is AIADMK. Since he says that he is the biggest political rival for the DMK, he says he is an ideological rival of the BJP. Sources are telling us that Vijay is not willing to ally with either the DMK or the BJP. DMK is not even a question, and BJP he is not keen. Also, Vijay wants to take the Chief Minister's chair. If Vijay is the Chief Minister, where are these 10 going to come in from? That's going to be the question. And you can see these latest visuals which are coming in. Vijay meeting all his generals, all the winning MLAs are there. They, remember, late night took the certificates of win as well. So did Vijay. And today he is meeting all of them. This is going to be a high-level meeting for Vijay and his party. This is, imagine, what a dream run after forming the government merely 2 years back. He's managed this dream run of 108 seats. Very, very close, inching very close to the majority mark at that. Meanwhile, let's get you more breaking news which is coming in. At 108, as we were telling you, Vijay sits just 10 seats short of the majority mark. The government formation now depends on who these 10 sources are going to be sourced out to. Now, There are three clear pathways which we were explaining to you. Each of them comes with its own political cost, its own stability question, and its own message to the voters. Now let's get you the inside visuals that you can see of Vijay coming in on your screens. We are going to put out the visuals. There you have it from the TVK headquarters. Vijay is holding several of these key meetings with the candidates. These are the winning candidates who delivered it for Vijay as well. Many have said that the reason behind Vijay's success is because he managed to breach all boundaries. Boundaries of dividend politics, boundaries of caste, of gender, of religion, of urban clusters. Name it, and it has been breached because Vijay's popularity is such that he managed to bring in this wave. Many have pointed out, and the narrative for Vijay has been that the need for change to break out of the Dravidian politics cycle, it's important that you bring about a change, and a man like Vijay who earns about 2,000 crore rupees per year, and this is just a rough estimate, has given up all of that so that he can serve the people because the need for change is so great. Which is why you have today him and his winning candidates there all together at the TVK headquarters. You can see Vijay there being greeted. These are all the winning candidates whom he is meeting, and he is going to go into a huddle to decide what is going to be the way forward. We were explaining to you the arithmetics behind what are the three different scenarios. Will Vijay and his generals now, who are going to be playing a key role in shaping Dravidian politics from here onwards, what is going to be the way forward? Many of them, as has been pointed out repeatedly by others such as the DMK, that they do not have the kind of political exposure, the administrative prowess as some of the others in AIA-DMK and the DMK. So what are the options that Vijay is going to be looking at since he has a very new team on his hands? Will he now be looking at a coalition with other established parties like the AIA-DMK? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Remember, he has been congratulated and hailed by none other than the Prime Minister Modi himself. Last night, you had Edapadi Palanisamy, who had also congratulated Vijay. Now, you have the visuals of Vijay meeting his generals. Which way is it going to be? Will Vijay decide to ally with one of the Dravidian parties that he said that he was fighting against? Both the two Dravidian parties, one was of course DMK, the other is the AIA-DMK. We've seen a bit of a duopoly. Most of the time, except for one exception, there has been one or the other alternating in power, AIA-DMK and the DMK, even after the void that we had seen, which was left behind after the death of J. Jayalalitha and Karunanidhi. You have Stalin, who got back into the saddle. So now we have seen a complete break from the duopoly that we've seen in the last 60 years. And Vijay there is the man who has been the unknown divider when it comes to all of this. Let me go across to Shamit, who's joining us. Shamit, Vijay has sent out a whistle wave, but at the end of it, whom's he going to pick? All eyes today nationally are on this man on our screens.
Well, Meghna, like you were mentioning, and our colleagues Kritika and Dharani were mentioning, because they are on the ground from the TVK office, and right now we are at the Congress office, where very soon, shortly from now, Congress in charge and also the MLAs, all the MLAs and the President and all the other top leaders, they are going to come here. So even leaders are waiting here to welcome, the MLAs and also the top leaders, including the in charge and the President. So they will be here shortly. They will be, they will be taking part in the CLP meeting, and after that a decision will be taken and that will be sent to the High Command, is what already we have spoken exclusively to the State President and also the Congress AICC in charge. So basically they also stated that we have already sent the reports to the High Command. We are waiting for the response from the Mr. Kharge and also Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and again after the CLP meeting we will be again sending another report to the High Command, and we will be waiting, because there is very much clearly we can sense that the cracks in between the DMK and the Congress is increasing since days before, even when our colleagues have broken the story that DMK is not happy with the Congress, and few Congress leaders are not happy with the DMK, and that has come to forefront. Yesterday Girish has spoken to us, even today morning he has spoken to us the top AICC leader, where he has stated that Congress leaders themselves, including the low cadre and the middle cadre, they've approached directly him, and even stated that Rahul Gandhi and Vijay should be campaigning in the Tamil Nadu, not with the DMK. So this clearly means that the one section of the Congress party was unhappy with the decision taken by the AICC at that time, going with the previous ideologically old alliance, that is DMK, and mainly they have decided it because they were having 40 seats. Now the big decision is because Congress is having 5 seats, and TVK is short of around 11 seats because Vijay is contested in 2 seats, like you were mentioning. So they need 11 seats, and at the same time they also need the stability, because if one political party, because they are having small numbers, 2 to 5 and around 1 and 2. So basically, if any political party withdraws alliance from the, if they form the government in the coming days, so again the government has to prove on the assembly floor. So that will, no confidence motion will be moved. So all these things, complications will arise in the coming days if stability is not there. So that is the reason what we are learning from the sources is that, TVK is, holding talks with almost all the parties. So few parties might not have been approached, like Dharini was mentioning, but very much clearly, TVK MLA himself has stated that talks with all the parties are on, and discussions will take place with all the parties, and only then Vijay will be taking the decision, is what TVK MLA himself has come out and stated, and even the sources, top sources from the TVK, and we have already learned from the sources from the AIDMK that they will also be approaching the TVK. So it's very big. We need to wait and see how things will turn up. But one thing,
AIDMK likely to approach TVK, but also what Shomit has talked about is very interesting. There are now murmurs within the Congress camp. Did they pick the wrong alliance partner? There were those who said Rahul Gandhi should be campaigning along with Vijay instead of along with the DMK. But at the end of it, we saw neither of them doing too well in the elections. Was that a big misstep and a miscalculation in the campaign strategy? Meanwhile, more breaking news which is coming in. After the Thalapathy show in Tamil Nadu, now the Chief Minister has stepped down. Stalin has stepped down as the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister. That's the latest which is coming in. Stalin has sent in his resignation to the governor. Let me go across to Dharini. Dharini, what a downfall that has been. Stalin not just losing the polls, losing even his own seat. What went wrong?
Well, definitely it is huge setback for the DMK Chief Minister M.K. Stalin losing his seat from the Kolattur Assembly constituency. Remember, since 2011, the Chief Minister has been contesting from Kolattur, and before that he used to contest from the Thousand Light Assembly constituency, and he has very rarely lost any election. But this time, the TVK candidate from Kolattur, Babu, he has defeated Chief Minister M.K. Stalin with a considerable vote difference, and the DMK is still not able to come into terms with it, because on social media platforms like Twitter, we can still see many senior DMK leaders putting out tweets that they were completely shocked by the Chief Minister's defeat, by the former Chief Minister's defeat, and that they were not able to come to terms with that. But practically talking, the situation now is that in case when the Assembly is formed, Deputy Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister Stalin will likely be the leader of opposition this time, because neither Mr. M.K. Stalin nor Durai Murugan, neither of them have won the elections, and Udayanidhi is most likely to be the leader of opposition with TVK on the ruling side.
Well, keep tracking the developments on that front. Dharini, of course, Kritika as well. We will keep coming back to you for more updates, because as we are discussing, yes, the victory has come. But Vijay, when he needs to go down that Vijay path, needs his alliance partners. Where are those 10 seats coming from? Right here on Times Now is where we are going to get you the very latest. With that, we are going to be wrapping up, setting the agenda. Thank you so much for watching. I'll meet you again tomorrow, 12 noon. Stay tuned till then.